A very good morning to the panels of the day, Dr. Saijah Mushidi and Dr. Zuhaira. My name is Max Zishong. Today I'm going to present my final year project, which is Automated Hydroponic System for Indoor Plant Grow in Urban Area. Agriculture has been related to the needs of food for human beings. It's the essential food chain that connecting between humans being and the crop produce. The importance of agriculture is significant. Is one of the backbones of the country's food source and economy. The consequence without agriculture may lead to lack of source of livelihood and economic collapse, which indirectly cause famine and economic crisis. Thus, dependency of agriculture in daily life has played a significant role in balanced economy and food supply. There are a few types of farming methods that have connection with agriculture. The most well-known one is conventional farming method. It's the traditional farming method in Malaysia, but the conventional farming method may lead to environmental hazards such as indirectly cause the water source contaminated with pesticide. So Malaysia government have transformed the conventional farming method to the sustainable farming method, which emphasize on the soil health, pollution level, and trying to minimize water use. But the result is not significant as it is quite costly, so the farmer is not support on this method. In 2019, Malaysia government has introduced a new farming method, which is a hydroponic farming method. The reason why the government introduced this method is due to the rapid urbanization and industrialization have significant chance that land use, especially in rural areas. The indirect impact is not only the economy of the country reduces, but also the price of food increases. The hydroponic farming method can reduce the chance against the natural disaster and climate change. So it may increase the chance we can build a farm in the urban area. Thus, it is suggested to build a farming system in urban area as urban area with larger population may lack of food in soon. What we mentioned in background study, rapid urbanization and industrialization has caused the population increase, the demand for food increase, and the land in urban area decreases. And for those who migrate to city, will cause no one has a job as a farmer in rural area. When all this happen, people are trying to build their own farm to produce their own food. But the thing is, when living in urban is assigned to live in a fast-paced environment, which everyone working hard on their daily schedule, people don't have time to build their own farm and take care of it to produce food for themselves. Especially when tedious measurement and complicated setup of the farm have become the issue to stop them to produce food for themselves. The growing environment of plant is not easy to be monitored and controlled as many parameters must be controlled to create a suitable environment for the growth of plant in indoor. So therefore in this project we propose to have automated hydroponic system for indoor plant grow in urban area. By applying technologies, tedious measurement process and complicated setup of farm can be reduced. So people can have a easy setup for their farm and reduce the redundancy and can have self-produced food and enough food in urban area. So we have three objectives. The first one is to design an automated hydroponic system for indoor plant grow in urban area. And the second one, we're trying to develop an indoor hydroponic system with the integrated modular application. And the last one, we want to analyze the workability of the automated hydroponic system for indoor plant grow in urban area with the dwarf bok choy. In order to fulfill the objective, we have divide our scope of study into three phases. The first phase is the automated hydroponic system design, which we are going to build an FSD hydroponic system with a shutter that integrates with sensor, actuator, and microcontroller. The second phase, we're going to develop a mobile application design with focus on monitoring purpose without much user interaction. And the last phase, we're going to have the analyze from the data collected within 30 days to evaluate the workability and adaptability of the system in urban areas. So now let's have a literature review on the hydroponic farming method. The essential principle of all hydroponic farming method is growing plants with their roots contact with the nutrient solution to keep the root wet. And the plants are mechanically supported by growing media such as cotton and coconut fiber or sponge. So why MFT method is better than all other methods is because the nutrient farm technique is the most widely used hydroponic farming method in the world. The MFT system only used to grow leafy plants such as the lettuce and bok choy. The creation of an MFT system is to overcome the weakness of flow and drain system, as flow and drain system which require the precision of timing control to prevent nutrient supply to drain out of the plant, while the NFT system emphasizes the constant flow of nutrient solution, so no timing control required for the nutrient pump. So the advantage of plant growing in NFT system over other hydroponic system are the system is recirculating, so it minimizes the waste of water usage and contamination. So now let's have a look on why we need a real-time monitoring and control system. The present monitoring and control system for hydroponic in the market is manual. The farmer need to measure all the parameters needed by plant using measuring instruments such as pH meter and temperature meter. So any change of parameter happen in a sudden, farmer cannot detect instantly and must wait until next measurement cycle and only able to detect the change of parameters and adjust it. So it is not a real-time feedback. So and it needs a lot of workflow to control the system, and it seems a lot of complicated setup. So when we have a real-time monitoring and control system, we can have on-time feedback and reduce the tedious workflow. So the next one, we're going to see a important parameter for plant. So the first one is the environment, temperature, and humidity. If the temperature is increased, so the humidity in the air decrease, the less moisture the air can absorb by the plant. So the plants cannot transmit if humidity is too high, and they cannot release the water holding in it, and they cannot intake new nutrients. If humidity is too low, the stomata workers and photosynthesis cannot be carried out. The next is the pH value. The pH of nutrient solution is an essential factor that determines the efficiency of nutrient supply to the plants. Easily change the root zone pH value may affect the growth of the plant. Iron deficiency may cause corrosion of the plant, which will affect the growth of a plant to a smaller size. The next one is the water temperature. When the water temperature of nutrient solutions go high, the plants will experience heat stress, which will cause less oxygen can stay in water and nutrients absorbed by the plant. The severity of heat stress of the plant can cause wilting and abort fruiting. The last one is the light level. When the light is too low, plants cannot carry out efficient photosynthesis. Different plants need different light spectrum for plants. So most of the plant need blue and red spectrum as the wavelength is the most suitable for the growth of the plant, as it provides the best environment for the plant growth to carry out the photosynthesis. We have carried out the result of comparison of similar products in the market. The first one is ProGrow, the second one is Ferrocare, and the third one is Perfect Hydroponic. So each of them have its own advantage and disadvantage. As we're trying to turn normal people to a professional farmer, in our developed system, we're going to impose the advantage of the system in the market and enhance the disadvantage of the system in the market. So in our system, we can record up to 5 parameters. We can integrate our sensor by using Wi-Fi to communicate with our system. We have a mobile application that can monitor and the parameter and the actuator. We have also imposed the graph generator, and we can have the cloud computing to calculate the optimum parameter for the plant growth. So in our methodology, we're going to have a look on the block diagram of our system. So the self-designed hydroponic system going to integrate with sensor layer for monitoring purpose. The reading get from the sensor was sent to the cloud and stored in the cloud, and the actuator layer going to retrieve the data from the cloud storage and trigger the actuator for feedback mechanism to control the hydroponic system. MIT implemented tool will interface with the cloud sensor and actuator to show the data in the mobile application. So it depicts the relationship of the selected components which are integrated from input to output to form a complete system. In order to complete our system, we have carried out 4 steps. First step is the prototype assembly. We have collect all the microcontroller, sensor, and actuator needed by our system, and also we get ready the platform that needed for our system. First one is the Arduino IDE, and the second one is Google Firebase storage. Then we move to the next step is the hardware integration. In this step, we carry out the circuit design using freezing tools, and we code according to the function that needed by us. And the next step is the testing stage. We carry out testing according to the function that we desire to make sure everything on track. And we also carry out the testing on the hydroponic system to make sure there is no overflow happen. And the last step we carry out is the mobile application development. Now let's have a look on the result and discussion. So how our system operates. So we have separated our system into 4 parts. The first one is the part A, which is the Wi-Fi and cloud connection established. If the connection is not established, the whole system is not going to work, as we have to connect to Wi-Fi to make sure the user can monitor the system. Then we will check whether the system has overflow or not. If the system no overflow, then only you move to the water pump executing. If the system is overflow, the whole system not going to work. And after execute the water pump, you will start measuring on the surrounding temperature. and humidity, and also the water temperature, pH value, and light intensity. All these reading were sent to the cloud storage as is our part B, which is data sending for monitoring purpose. So the next step is the step C, so which is the data retrieving for automatic feedback purpose. In this stage, all the reading in the cloud storage will be retrieved and it will compare with the optimum parameter to do the feedback. If the result is smaller or greater than the optimum parameter, the actuator will going to do the feedback mechanism control. So for example, if the temperature is too high, the fan going to trigger, and if the value of pH is too low, the neutron pump going to trigger, and maybe the light intensity is too high, the artificial light is going to trigger. So the last stage is the data visualize for mobile application. All the data and all of the feedback mechanism that have been carried out will show on the mobile application. So this is the final prototype. The first picture shows that the prototype with MST hydroponic system, and the second picture shows the installation of microcontroller in the enclosure box with the sensor and actuator, and the last one is the running system of the automated hydroponic system. So this is the overall of our mobile application overview. We have 5 pages. The first page is the login page, the second page is the parameter monitor page, and the third page is the actuator monitor page, and the fourth page is data log monitor page, and the last one is the computing page for the optimum parameters. I've carried out circuit analysis to ensure all the sensors can function accordingly to what we want. So from the result we can see that when the reading of the digital sensors change, the voltage also going to increase. So it shows a positive functionality check. Well, for the analog sensor, which is light sensor, the reading going to increase when the current increase. It also shows a positive functionality check. Well, for the pH sensor, it uses a different current to show the value. For example, when the reading is acidic, it will show a positive current. When it is neutral, it will show a zero current. Well, when the result is acidic, it will show a negative value. All this functionality check is carried out according to the data sheet of the sensor. Here is the result of experiment carried out with drop project in indoor environment by using our automated hydroponic system, and the outdoor environment result using the soil method. So at the day 3 and day 8, we cannot see a significant difference between the indoor and outdoor method. But up to day 30, we can slightly see that the plants in indoor grow slightly faster compared to the outdoor. Well, up to day 18, we can see that the indoor plant grow better and the leaf grow bigger compared to the outdoor. When up to day 23, we can see that the plant growth of the indoor is more faster than the outdoor. When up to day 30, we can see that indoor plant already mature, but outdoor plant is still need some time to be mature. Here is the size of the leaf of indoor environment of automated hydroponic system and size of the plant of outdoor environment by using soil method in 30 days. From the result we get, we can see that the size of the indoor method using the automated hydroponic system is double of the outdoor environment. So our automated hydroponic system show a positive result. To carry out the analysis on the workability of our system, we have carried out the experiment of the drop pottery. But only the temperature, humidity, and pH going to be analyzed, as at outdoor we cannot control the light intensity. So we only tabulate the result according to the temperature, humidity, and pH value. So from the indoor environment, from the data tablet, we can see that we can have a smooth line drawing in our chart, which means that we can control all the parameters well, as we have the actuator to do the feedback. Well, for the outdoor, the only constant line drawing that we can see is the temperature. But for the humidity and pH, is vary a lot because sometimes the weather is hot, sometimes the weather is cold, and sometimes it's raining, and sometimes it's not raining. So it can affect the humidity of the outdoor and also pH of the soil at outdoor. So from these two data tablets, we can say that the indoor environment is the best environment for the plant growth, as we can control the environment that's suitable for the plant growth. For the conclusion, a successful automated NFT method hydroponic system with the integration of sensor and actuator are installed on our design hydroponic system. So all the parameters needed by the plants are measured and automated feedback is carried out, which in conjunction with our first objective. Daily data monitoring can help user and farmer adjust the system of the plant grow in urban area, which is in conjunction with our second objective. Cloud storage has effectively caused the farmer daily activities on mobile application development become easier. The last conclusion is the parameter data is analyzed to see the difference between each parameter in indoor and outdoor, which in conjunction with our third objective. With the result analyzed, the growth rate of the plant is boosted by using the automated hydroponic system for indoor plant growth in urban area. Thus, the workability of the system is great for indoor plant growth. So for the recommendation and the future work, we have 3 suggestions. The first one is image processing. The image processing technology can implement for detect pests, so we can ensure our plant health. The second one is all the hydroponic system can have a cloud level communication, so each hydroponic system can communicate with each other with different plant types to get the optimum parameter. The third one is the virtual plant game. So user can have a virtual farm in their game, and they can plant their own plant in the real farm through the game. So this is the project achievement. And here is the business collaboration. From the picture, we can see that we have implemented the automated hydroponic system at this hydroponic plants for the whole hydroponic farm at the Bangi and Kedah. So important of this study, actually we're trying to involve the conventional farming method to a digital method, which we can transform the food produce for individual in urban area. And we're trying to have the importance of this study to the government, farmer and investor. At the same time, we want to boost the agriculture field to contribute more food and export to other countries to grow the country's economy. Once again, the whole study is focusing on the system design, it's not the hydroponic design. So this is the reference, and this is the Gantt chart, and thank you.